Good evening, everybody. Hello, and welcome to the XRL F4 division, brought to you live on XRL Twitch.tv on Excite Racing League channel. In the box tonight, you have Adam Roberts, we see myself, you have F1 Speed, Wesley Wickens, and we had called on us, obviously, Nicole Carly-Reese, but she doesn't. It's me and Wes talking. Saying that, I'll be doing most of the talking because Wes, unfortunately, seems to have lost his voice, but good evening anyway.
Good evening, Roberts. I hate you so much.
Well, you're more than welcome. Well, we haven't quite reached the halfway point in qualifying, but I have three cars have just immediately gone into the pits, one after the other. I think it was the Toro Rossos that overtook Righteous Tag to get in there. But so far, the grid looks like this, with Harry D on pole with a 23.9, just over half a tenth clear from C. Palmer, who in turn is just over a tenth clear of Righteous Tag. So the top three separated by less than 2/10 of a second. Behind them, you'll find Speed Demon, last week's winner, in 4th place on a 24.4, and STB Maldi on a 24.5. So the top 5 separated by just 0.6 of a second, and then a bit of a gap to the rest of the field. And Limitless HD, well, he spun it at the De La Rogier chicane, and eventually did a 1 minute 52.1 lap after that mistake that he made. We have only 11 drivers in tonight. Some people could not make it, unfortunately, due to other commitments that they have to do. As Harry D now
Harry dropped it.
Harry's just binned it at the first Lesmo. He's done a Lewis Hamilton and he's lost an end plate as a result of it, but he can keep on going. He can get back into the pit and do another lap. His teammate Righteous Tag is in third, so the Mercs is looking good so far here in quali. I'm going to go on board with last week's winner in Spa-Francorchamps convincingly as well, and that is Speed Demon, as somebody's actually just improved, and that's Solane, who's gone 4th on a 24.4. So good luck there from him. So let's get back on board with Speed Demon, who has, I think, just come out of Parabolica and is about to start his flying lap. Indeed, he has down the pit straight already, down into the first chicane, braking about 125 meters before the first corner. Takes it pretty sweetly on both fronts there. Very well done there from Speed Demon. Hopefully he can have another good result here tonight, as he was. Obviously, you know, he won last week quite convincingly, and just, well, I would say convincingly. He had a little bit of pressure from Irish Blue Gunner, but
he lagged out.
I think it was well, not just because he lagged out, but I think he had just about a comfortable margin, about 8 seconds.
He had quite a bit, yeah. He had a nice gap,
so
which
he looked really good. As he's just come through the first Lesmo, goes slightly wide there, but it doesn't really matter too much. But he's done the same again at the second Lesmo.
Here comes Ewan. Ewan goes part all 23.5.
Good luck. Sorry, Wes. You sound like
I'm trying. Look, I've got cereal.
Have you got a drink?
I got a drink and I got some cereal to help.
Yeah, he's even got cereal.
I'm having my breakfast.
Well, Speed Demon's already gone through the Ascari complex now, down this back straight in towards the Parabolica. 4th gear corner, really, it should be, and Speed Demon does that. Just kicks up the grass, though, on the inside. Probably lost him a little bit of time. Didn't quite carry the speed as he wanted. He's going to complete his lap, and actually, no, it's not even improved. It's in the 25s that lap, so he's about nearly a second down off his personal best. Righteous Tag is now in P4, but he's on a lap. He's coming towards the De La Rogier chicane now. Let's see how sweetly he takes this. Not very, actually, is the answer to that. Cutting both corners as a result. He did actually tell me that he has been setting mid-23s. Just before he came into doing this, and he improved his middle sector. But if that's how he's improved it, then I'm sorry, but there you go.
I think that is the only way to go that quick, because I'm 100% sure he's even leaving. 100% sure that's how you took
I
it.
didn't actually, to be fair. Because
I don't know.
I messed up all my quali lap.
Yeah, I'm not talking about qualifying. I'm talking about the race.
Well, I could have said, oh my god, Righteous Tag weaving to try and warm his tyres up. He knows he's messed up on this lap. So
Yeah.
let's go on board with somebody else a little bit.
There's the Maldonado boys, but we've got different game tag course. Improved.
Well, oh, Speed Demon! Oh my god, Speed Demon losing it at Ascari. And it's backed off. But yes, STB Maldi in the Toro. Oh my god, he just went into the grass there before he reached the first turn. Cuts the first one as a result. I think he was a little bit compromised.
I think Limitless has been in the
as he went into the Rettifilio, around the Curva Grande now and down towards the De La Rogier chicane. Let's should be 7th gear, maybe 8th gear. Should come down to here, braking at the 100-meter marker board there. Turns in very sweetly, but cuts the second par as a result. A little bit scrappy here from STB Maldi at the moment, but let's see how he goes through the first Lesmo. Nicely taken well within the white lines into the second. Lesmo got to avoid the gravel on the outside. Just about does so, really pushing it there is STB Marley, trying to improve on what is his 8th place at the moment on a 24.4, so it's a decent lap, but it's down in 8th place at the moment into the Ascari complex, cuts the first part and the second part and the third part, so I'd be very surprised if this lap was actually going to count, because if it did count, that's quite disgusting. I think you surely get the slipstream off one of the false Indias that's just pulled over, so that's into the parabolica. Nicely taken round there at least, and avoids the outside completely. Down onto the main straight now. It's an improvement, but is it going to count? It did count. It puts in P2 on a 23.5, but I counted 5 corners.
Here comes Fat Penguin. Here he comes. 24/7.
I wonder what 5 cuts actually counts as a penalty.
I don't know.
Let's go ball with Harry D now, who's actually been dropped to 3rd place. He's come out of the Ascari complex.
Oh, there's a Torosso off. He got out of the way of Force India.
Or JPS.
I think it was Maldi. He was getting out of the way.
Oh, Harry D's gone off the parabolica. He's lost it. He's lost it again. Harry D's having a shocker of a quality. He's gonna have to pit.
He's not pitted. He goes around for another one. He has enough time.
Yeah, but he's not going very quick because he went off. He's lost all the speed, so he's gonna have to save fuel if he wants to do one more lap. As Mbappé has destroyed his car down the. Where did he?
Where was that? I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. I can't see anything. Anywhere on. No.
But Fat Penguin's qualifying is over. Solane, who's P6 on a 24.3, takes the Ascari complex very nicely there, very sweetly. That's how you take it, boys and girls, whoever's watching, whoever is, as Maldi retires. Okay, he knows not to do that. But,
he does. People are watching. But I can't tell you everybody.
Indeed, but yeah, so here we go. Solane is actually not going to improve, so he's going to have one more attempt. But yeah, anybody who's got a message like to get out to us, send it to either XRL Bobbert, to F1 Xmead or XRL Nicole, or get it onto the Twitch channel box, which I will get onto very shortly. JP
I'm already on it.
The pits. He will have time for one more lap. Speed Demon is on a lap, P8 at the moment in the McLaren.
Let me know. Leroy's out.
Considering how well he did last week. Leroy's out?
Yeah, I'm going to get up the championship standings in a couple of seconds.
Speed Demon running slightly wide there at the first Lesmo, into the second one now, takes that one very sweetly onto this back straight now and down towards the Ascari chicane. Should be in 8th gear as you come out here, maybe topping it around about the 213 mile an hour area, and indeed Speed Demon does do that into the Ascari.
Ewan's gone pole. Ewan's at 23.5.
Wasn't he on a 23.5 anywhere?
Maybe I think he might have been. I didn't
see. You did
see.
say that earlier on.
I think I might have. Did I?
You did.
Could I speak earlier on?
Yes, you did. Yes, you did. Shadowhunter's just sent me a message. I will look at that in a second. But Speed Demon coming through it. No, he's nowhere near his time. Why did I even think that? Let's have a look and see what Shadowhunter says. Let's get his opinion.
Oh, what?
Apparently, Shadow says he's up to commentating if you want to save your voice.
Is there enough room for him to come in?
Yeah, there's 2 spaces.
Is there actually? Well, he can come in to help. I don't mind that. I'll just be camera guy. I don't mind.
You'll be camera guy.
Yeah,
well,
I don't mind.
If and when you want.
If and when I want, because I rule. There's the standings, and now they're gone.
Party and game invite, so he can come in when he can. But let's go on with Leroy, who's going to set a qualifying lap. Woohoo! He's come through the Della Rogia chicane now and in towards Lesmo 1. Beautifully.
Harry D's quality is over.
Brilliant from Leroy. Into the second Lesmo wants to get Leroy's. This is sweetly taken, getting his apex.
Yeah, but do you know what he does? In the last sector, he will stop. He will not finish his lap. He never does. It's so annoying.
And does it actually look pretty competitive? Oh, he's gone wide at the first part of Ascari. He misses the turning completely.
Oh, see Palmer using multi-track.
He has backed off. He's backed off. Hello, Michael.
Hi, Michaels. I'm gonna die before more.
J Pierce, I think, is the only person to complete a lap.
Sir Lane is.
Oh, he's still in on one as well.
Oh, I think he's going to go in. No, he's on the grass.
Jay Pierce has just come round the parabolic. He's got a ghosting car in front of him. He's going to have to avoid it, and he does, but that's compromised him completely.
He's going to pit,
and he doesn't improve as a result of that. So, that is the grid for tonight. Ewan takes pole by just 0.04 of a second to STB Maldi, but his lap was very debatable.
Oh, was he on pole already? I don't even know. I can't remember.
Yes, he was.
I don't even know if he improved.
Third alongside C. Farmer, both on 23.9. So we have Righteous Tag and Solane both on 24.1s. Then JPS and Speed Demon separated by 1,000 on 24.4s. Then you got Fat Penguin 9th, Leroy 10th, Lemons HD's 11th. Obviously, we saw Fat Penguin destroy his vehicle. Don't know where exactly, but we know that he did because it came up on our screen, obviously. Duh.
What was the pole time? I'm going to have to write that down.
It was a 23.5.
Right, you ready to say that again?
What it was exactly?
No, who was even on qualifying? Sorry, wait.
It was Ewan. Ewan on pole with a 23.5 something. I can't remember exactly.
23.5 something. Let's go 5.53. Fuck it. That works.
I think it was like 5. It was 5.3 something. I think it was 5.3. 5.3. Yeah.
Look at that. There you go. He already comes in. He's already getting out and shit. Let's go. This guy over here.
Well, good evening to you, Michael. Anyway.
Hi, Michael.
I can't even get into the session yet.
Oh, because we've just finished qualifying. You're gonna be the one that sees the start as soon as it goes. So well done.
Exactly.
Yeah, that'll be good.
That will be good.
I just heard your voice, Wes, and I thought.
He's going to die.
Need help with that.
Yeah, I'm gonna die.
According to Righteous Tag, he sent me a message saying that he got held up on a purple lap.
Oh, he's pissed.
Now, he would say purple lap, though, wouldn't he?
Purple rain, purple rain. Was that necessary?
See what I have to deal with.
Oh, I know, because I watch it every week.
Oh, thank you.
Oh,
You're nuts.
Well, guys,
this
this is.
is
I was going to say, this
I
is.
noticed
Yeah.
when I was watching the stream, 4% chance of rain.
Yeah, it's
I
great.
know, I was just going to mention that. What is the point? What is the point?
I think Bobbers is going to say something here about who's going to win.
I was going to ask the pair of you. Well, actually, I'll ask Nicole as well. Nicole, you send me a message of who you think's going to win, seeing that you are here. But Michael, let's go over to you. I don't know if you've seen what the end result is, but Ewan's on pole from Maldi. Then it's Harry C. Palmer, Righteous Tag's 5th, Solane is 6th, we got JP as 7th, Speed Demon last week's winner is down in 8th, Pat Penguin, who destroyed his vehicle, is 9th, Leroy, who never qualifies, is 10th, and Limitless HD, who binned it at the De La Rocha chicane, is in 11th. Michael, your prediction for the win?
Tricky one, because I don't know, I think anybody can win, especially around this track, the slipstream be overpowered. Blah, 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 blah. I'm gonna go with Maldi. Go with Maldi.
Wes, I'll let you just answer in one word just because of your voice.
Okay, well then. Fuck. Harry.
You're going with Harry, you start P3. Michael's gone for the P2 band Maldi. Do you know what? I'm not even going to go for the pole man that is
No,
Ewan.
well, Ewan hasn't won.
Not.
He hasn't won.
I know Ewan hasn't. Well, technically he has crossed the line first on one occasion, but he didn't keep that.
But it doesn't count.
But
It sucks.
the person I'm going to go with is Righteous Tag.
Oh, it's a one-stop, ladies and gentlemen.
I'm obliged to ask why.
Because I've seen what he's been doing in race pace, and it's pretty good.
You have the knowledge. I don't.
Well, I know what some people's pace is. Right? I know Speed Demon's not too shabby at all, and I've seen the likes of some of the people's quali paces, but not in terms of their race pace. I only know the people's race pace that I know is basically Speed Demon and Righteous Tag. And Righteous Tags was pretty good, I think. So I think he's got a good chance then. But I just hope he's had his 10-second lag spike in the qualifying. It's not going to happen in the race because this is one of those tracks where it's going to be really difficult to gain time. And if it happens in the race, especially very, like in the mid area, and there's, you know, the field starts to sort of split up, I think that could cost him. So it is a gamble for him to go with Righteous Tag, but fingers crossed, he does have a good race. So Ewan gets, what is that? His second or third pole position this season? I'm not quite sure. Where's the other stat man? You should have that in your book. Okay, then I'll go.
I do the poles in tier 6, but...
Okay, I shall load up my internet and have a look for myself. Okie dokie, welcome back everybody after Wes showing us that beautiful race introduction. So I think we are pretty much ready to go here. We have 11 drivers on the grid, and it's going to be a case of who's going to cross the line first. 4% chance of rain in this race probably will never come. I mean, what is the point of having 4%? But you never know. You never know. It might rain on the very last lap.
Very last lap on the very last corner. If you go by what that says.
Yes. Yeah, why not? So obviously we've got our predictions, guys. Just get your opinions on the chat box or send the messages to any of us lot individually if you wish, just like Blacks the Hill has done, or well, like he has done on the chat box anyway. But let's get out onto the grid and see how let's see how everyone gets on into the first corner.
It should be fun.
Chaos! It should be fun.
Jack 2001 says Maudi for the win. That's gonna be difficult.
Who says that?
Jack 2001, why'd you make me repeat it? Why would you do that?
Is that Jackie 2 Tank then, maybe? I don't know.
I don't know.
Could be, but we'll see anyway.
We know quite a few Jacks.
That's true.
Very true. Very, very true. So here we are onto the grid, and well, Michael, like Wes said, you should see the start straight away. You'll have a better clear view than the rest of us. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen. There's the fourth red light and the final red light before we get going. It's lights out and away we go here at Monza for the F4. Wes, you always have to do that. And Ewan's had a shocking start, and Maldi has had a fantastic start. He's already alongside Ewan down into the first corner. Let's see who's going to outbreak it. Oh my God, one of the Force Indias.
Got hit.
Just
I think.
Massively gone wide. But right, is that Harry D? Harry, the two cars have gone straight through, but Harry D has had a much better run than Ewan out of the first corner, and now he's all over the back of STB Marley round the curb. Grande now into the Della Rogia chicane. Can he make a move on the outside? This could be Fernando.
Ewan's missed his brakes. Ewan's gone off.
Ewan's gone off, and that's the prime running. That's the prime running Righteous Tag. He's up into third. He's had a fantastic start once again, but Maldi leads through the Lesmo section. Harry D's second. His teammate Righteous Tag on the prime tyres is in third place. So a great start from the Mercedes pair, and Ewan has bottled it on the first lap. You see Palmer is up into fourth, and is he in fifth or sixth? Because it's speed team in fifth, so Ewan is down into sixth already. He's had a shocker of a first lap. I don't know which Force India it was that went through the chicane, but one of them is in seventh. That's Limitless HD that's up into seventh. So he's gone from 11th to 7th. He's had a great start as a Limitless HD. Behind him is the Williams of I. Leroy in 8th place. In 9th we have Solen, followed by Fat Payment in 10th place. Jay Pierce, who must have been the other car who went through the chicane, and he's last at the moment and is falling behind. But Leroy has had a much better run out of the Parabolic and Limitless HD. That's the difference in his options and prime tyres. But no DRS is going to be available at the end of this first lap. It's all a case of slipstream.
Harry D's going for the lead. He's on the inside of Maldi, and he's taking it into the first chicane. Maldi's trying to defend on his second bit there, but Harry's gone ahead.
Leroy's just got better traction out of the Della Rogia. The Della Rogia, I can't remember which one it is, but he's just gone around the outside of the second part of that chicane, and he's taken that 7th place away from Limitless HD. So he's up to 7th already. A little bit of lag there from Limitless HD. Oh, his teammates on the inside. Oh, and his teammates just knocked him off, and he's gone through. That Penguin's just knocked off his teammate into the chicane. And I think, well, he's going to have to give that place up. It's a little bit naughty there. I don't know if there was a little bit of lag involved. I mean, Limitless HD did have a poor connection before he came in, but I'm going to have to get that noted down because...
Palmer's all over the back of Righteous Tag coming down into Ascari. He's on the inside. Oh! A bit of tire in between the pair of them, but Palmer's off balance as he goes for a McLaren behind them. I mean, is that Speed Demon?
Yeah.
It is. It is the Speed Demon alongside coming down Parabolica. The Righteous Tag on those primes, obviously, not good on the pace at the moment. He's holding up this train of 4 cars behind, trying to find a way through. Two leaders, Maldy and Harry, have just gone off into the distance, just helping each other with the slipstream.
Yeah, well, you say that Harry's actually got a bit of a gap over Maldy. It's become into the Retophilia. It is the Retophilia chicane in this first van. Yeah, Harry seems to be pulling out a bit of a lead at the moment over Maldy. But it's that train behind them with Righteous Tag leading it on those prime tyres that is holding everybody else up, doing his teammate a huge favour here. And he can pull out a gap in front as he could potentially hold up the rest of the field as there's a bit of a three-way scrap around the Curva Grande. And the Force India looks like, I think it was Fat Penguin, made a move on Leroy. I believe that is for, would be 7th place.
Yeah, 7th place. Oh. Righteous and Speed Demon a little bit of gap.
Oh, Righteous is off at the second Lesmo. And, well, Speed Demon's going to have DRS and he can pull away Righteous Tag's going to be under threat here from Ewan. Is he going to bother to defend? No, he sticks to the racing line. Ewan should take him here before the Ascari complex. Indeed he does. Clean. Well, he was ahead into the first part. We'll let that go. We'll let that go because he was ahead into the first part anyway by more than a car's length. So we'll let that one go. But nonetheless, Righteous Tag's mistake has cost him 2 places to the McLaren. So they're now running 3rd and 4th and on for good constructor points. So Speed Demon's had a fantastic start from 8th up into 3rd, but his teammates had a shocker from pole. Well, was down into 6th, but he's now back into 4th.
Leroy's had a better exit up Parabolica's alongside C. Palmer. They're both going to have DRS, so it's the drag down to the first chicane. Oh,
C. Palmer's going to have the slipstream from the cars in front, isn't he, as well? But yeah, Leroy's not going to give up on the inside.
Down, he does.
He can. Ooh. Well done. Oh, C. Palmer's hit the... Oh, he's just hit the back of him. He's got a little bit out of shape. But Leroy got the move done. Look at the lead that the front two have got. It's amazing. And look at, here comes Fat Penguin now on the inside of the Curva Grande on C. Palmer, going to be side by side into the Della Rocha chicane. Can he go around the outside? Yes, he can. Fat Penguin with a fantastic overtake there. That was brilliant to watch.
Bounce now pulling away from Righteous in the 5th. Now has Leroy on the back of him going down to Ascari. Both of DRS. Righteous got a little bit of defence.
I think Maldy's made a mistake. He's dropped off completely.
Side coming down. Oh, Righteous didn't really see him. Tried to go side by side for Ascari.
That's how Fat Penguin. That's how Fat Penguin and C. Palmer's got the slipstream himself. So the 2 wide down this back straight to the Parabolica. Righteous Tag's going to be compromised. He's not going to have the DRS. Oh, Fat Penguin around the outside of the Parabolica. Didn't quite work. And somebody just kicked up the dust in front of the McLarens are side by side. We're going into Team McLaren battle going up ahead. I'm sticking above with this 4-way scrap here. And there's a battle going on behind them as well.
Righteous doesn't have the DRS, so
he doesn't. Here comes Leroy and Fat Penguin on the inside. Fat Penguin backs out of it, so Righteous Tag loses 1 position actually, so not bad actually in the end for Oh, Fat Penguin really cutting the second part of the Retophilia chicane there, but nonetheless, not bad from Righteous Tag only losing 1 position considering that the 3 cars behind him all had DRS.
It's got past Speed Demon, but I don't know whether they're working together.
Oh, Fat Penguin to the inside! Oh, he's done another good overtake there, but Righteous Tag's going to have the better cutback and traction out of the Della Rocha chicane and gives him a little nudge actually, just saying you're not having this position. Mate, here comes C. Palmer now on the inside of the first Lesmo. Not having that. These guys are cool. This is good. This is good racing to see.
Harry D's pulled out a little bit of a gap over Maldy. As you say, the 2 of them have about 3 or 4 second lead. Harry D is currently fastest on the track at 24.9. Is the only guy in the
one of the McLarens is under serious pressure from Leroy now in the battle for what is 4th place, and Leroy's looking for a move on the inside into the Parabolica. He's got the move done, but that's not a good idea because now he's not going to have the DRS, and he was Speed Demon that he overtook into the Parabolica, but Speed Demon now is going to have the DRS, down this the pit straight. Indeed, he does. Flap opens. Leroy doesn't have that luxury. He's going to defend to the middle of the circuit. Speedy was going to have to go one way, the other goes to the outside line, but Leroy might just be able to hang on here. And indeed, he actually does. On, well, very good driving there from Leroy. He's up into fourth now and splits the two McLarens.
Right, just tag and Fat Penguin side by side coming out of the first chicane. I went to the page trying to look at it. Yeah, Righteous Tag still defending. Guys on options, and Fat Penguin's going to go on the outside the second chicane.
No!
Oh,
There we go.
That was.
And Righteous has lost an end plate as a result.
It's very, very tricky to get two cars through that second chicane, to be fair, because it's incredibly narrow. And basically, them two didn't do it, really. They didn't give each other enough. But,
well, if I had to give a point a finger at someone, I'd have to say Fat Penguin, because Righteous was ahead into the corner, and he had the line. It's just Fat Penguin just didn't give up on the move, and he should have backed out of it.
Jake Pierce managed to get past the other foot. Whoa, good goal. They're clean racing before. It's starting to get a little bit gloves off now. Limitless and Jay Pierce went side by side for a
Oh my god!
Oh, what happened there?
Jay Pierce looked like he got a little bit of a nudge.
Touch on the straight and his car went off.
I don't know if he wasn't giving any room or something, but that's put him now back into last and behind Fat Penguin. A little bit scrappy going on now. We had a good battle earlier on, and the two leaders have got a big gap over the rest of the field. It's getting a little bit feisty now. Seems to settle down a little bit. I mean, the two leaders out in front have got a bit of a gap to the four behind them, which is third down to sixth. That'll be the two McLarens. We'll have Leroy in that, and who's in sixth place actually now? That'll be C. Palmer, I presume.
C. Palmer and Red Bull.
Yeah, then we've got this bit of a battle behind them for what is seventh down to the final points paying position.
Maldi, even though Harry's got ahead of Maldi's not letting Harry go. Maldi does have the fastest lap of 24.5 compared to 24.9 by Harry, but they're both there. Well, 30 seconds between the pair of them.
They're pretty much, in terms of consistency, it's like pretty much matching each other, aren't they?
More or less matching each other. There's anybody else? There's 5. Yeah, they're basically pulling each other along, is what I describe it.
Yeah.
Leroy in 4, splitting the two McLarens, now catching up onto Ewan.
Leroy's doing this again, starting at the back, avoiding the incidents, making the moves early on, and he has the race pace. You just got to think, if he qualifies, where would he be?
So, interesting battle now for 7th and 8th place. It's Righteous Tag and Limitless, and Righteous Tag trying to recover after his incident. They're both on the prime tyres, so they're both racing each other. Righteous Tag looking on the inside, going down.
They're actually pulling away from the people on options. It's saying that Solane's actually on the primes, but
I think they would do. I think at this point the options are starting to lose a little bit of performance before.
They should. A one stop on 50% is possible. The options I've managed to last on 50% at 12 laps is comfortable.
12 laps, but they start losing performance.
No, Righteous Tag having a look down into the scary chicane. I can see in the distance where I'm looking about Fat Penguin.
Oh, God,
just about. Keep it together. Solane's now getting involved on this. It's going to be a three-way battle.
Nevertheless backed off, but it's going to let Solane go through as well. Solane's looking on the outside of Righteous, who backed off for some reason.
Oh, here comes Fat Penguin.
Why.
Someone's in the pits.
Someone's in the pits. I'm going to stay on board with this battle. This four-way battle for what is now going to be 6th place. And Solane does not have the DRS, so maybe those two guys all figure. Solene's going to lose 3 places here because he's going to pick up Fat Penguin. And indeed, he's
Limitless missed.
HD completely misses the chicane. And that's Righteous through, that's Fat Penguin through, that's Solane through, and maybe even Jay Pierce.
Speed Demon was the one that hit his one onto prime players.
Probably not a bad call actually. Here comes Fat Penguin now into 7th place behind Righteous Tag. These two have already had an incident in this race.
Oh, yeah.
Righteous Tag getting out of shape at the Del Rocha chicane. Here comes Delane on the outside and Fat Penguin into the first. Lesmo, can he get this done? No, not quite. Fat Penguin shuts the door and holds the racing line.
This has been crazy so far.
There's a battle going for third actually as well between you and Leroy, I believe.
Yeah, Leroy did. Leroy, strangely enough, he did have DRS on the back straight, but decided not to. I don't know what's going on at the back. There's like 6 or 7 cars back there. People will go for a
Well, it's 6 down to 10th. It's 5 drivers involved in this. Righteous Tag leads this train. As the 2 leaders have pitted, and both Ewan and Leroy stay out for another lap, so they take the lead, the first and second provisionally at the moment.
He's going to overtake Ewan. Leroy, comfortable pass to DRS, should get the car stopped. He indeed does. Defends very nicely, so he takes lead for now.
The lane has Limitless HD's just made a bit. So it's, Maldi's come out in a really dangerous position here. Harry D is going to. Oh my God! Limitless had to do that because Fat Penguin broke so early. He did not see that coming. So good driving. But if you look at this, right, Harry has come out ahead of this snake. Maldi is right at the back of it. There's 4 cars. There's 4 cars separated. There's 4 cars separating him from Harry for what is the net lead.
Force India's off.
Fat Penguin's just gone through the De La Rocha chicane. Limitless HD goes through into the lane's going to have a look up on the inside into the first Lesmo. Should have the racing line. Oh, but he's got a little bit sideways, but he gets the move done. Maldi's now joining on the back of this. He's not going to be liking this. He's trying to go around the outside on the second Lesmo. Again, that is not working. He should have DRS to overtake Fat Penguin, but then again, he might have the same luxury.
Racing for Maldi, but he's got to be very, very patient. Doesn't want to be caught up with these guys.
Oh, he's got taken out.
As I said, oh!
He's lost his front wing.
Who's that?
Maldi.
Maldi side-podded off of Fat Penguin. Tried to go.
I missed that
round
one.
Fat Penguin was going slowly through middle part of the Scari. Maldi just lunged it in there and he side-podded off of him, and that's his fight for the race win probably gone.
Well, I hope one of you get that noted down because I don't have that. As Limits HD is looking for a move on the inside into the Retafilio chicane on Righteous Tag. Gets that done nicely, but Righteous Tag is going to have the better traction out of those that chicane. Round the curb, Grande they go, and now is he going to try and make a move into the De La Rocha chicane now into what is turns 4 and 5? He's trying to get into the slipstream. He's going to move to the outside line to give him the better line through, and he's going for it. He's going to go around the outside. No, not quite.
Oh, it's even worse for Maldi. Ray Pierce hit it on the same lap as him, and now Maldi is stoned.
Went from bad to worse.
Great lead, and Ewan going very long and well, I think
They could go 12 laps. There could be one stopping.
Harry D is, well, he's got the clear track in front of him.
Harry D, well, I know he's been nearly pissed of it. Oh, is that Ewan's gone into the box, I believe. This HD mucks up the Parabolica, and he pits early off those prime tyres. He'd probably be 2 stopping then.
That puts now Righteous Tag at the 3rd.
Well, I know for a fact that Righteous Tag is 1 stopping.
Yeah. No, it's easy to do. Very easy.
Limitless HD comes out on option tyres. He's now in 9th place ahead of the Toro Rosso pairing.
Second part of the second chicane bit. I don't know, what's the name of that second chicane, do you know?
The
second
chicane
chicane
is the De La Rocha chicane.
De La Rocha. I can't remember.
Do you know what the first chicane is called?
Chicane 1.
That'll be the Retafilio.
The what now?
Retafilio.
The what now?
Funny, very funny.
Leader pit. So
Leader pit.
is the
Told you, 12 laps. There you go.
And primes.
Should be able to.
How's the fat one doing? 5th.
Harry regains the lead. Leroy's
The fat one, as in the fat penguin.
No, right.
So Leroy, that has actually worked out very good for him because
Got
I believe he was battling with you and he's got a massive.
I saw an incident with the Force India and Righteous, and my brother was behind me. And it was the most funniest reaction ever. 'Cause he was like, "Oh, that's the Force
Why?
India's fault."
Yeah, well, even well, I said that.
I wasn't listening to you at that point because of him.
His reaction.
It was just, oh. He said he should have braked. He should have stopped.
No, he's not wrong.
I don't know, he's not.
Well, I'm on board now with C-Power and the Red Bull trying to close down on what I believe is you and in the McLaren.
Yeah.
So this is actually the battle for what could be 3rd place on the podium now after Maldi losing his win.
Wing or win? Sorry.
I said wing, yeah.
Spinning, losing his wing,
Screw you.
and then being tapped up by his teammate as well. Just to compound and everything.
This is racing.
That is racing and happened. He
Time's
was in the heat of the moment, he was being frustrated, being stuck in that Force India.
Yeah, that's true.
Natural reaction was dive in and then
Go for it.
Army's
Well,
going to
see,
have
Stevie
DRS.
Palmer's got, yeah, indeed, he's going to have the DRS, there it goes, flat opens wide up, you into fence, the middle of the track, is he going to move to the inside? No, he's going to stay there, Stevie Palmer goes to the inside line into the Retafilio chicane, try to be a bit later on the brakes,
Done it.
easy, good move, very good move.
Saw that at the end of the straight, 228 miles an hour.
Not as quick as me, ha 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 ha.
Oh.
I just say, when I had DRS yesterday, I reached 232.
Somehow you win.
Williams.
Oh, Mercedes engine is better than a Renault engine.
Yes, but it's meant to be equal.
It's Codemasters equal, mate.
It's Codemasters.
Codemasters equal.
It's not entirely equal. We know that Ferrari is quickest in acceleration and a straight line, you know.
Yeah, we know that, yes, because of time trial, I know.
It is.
Oh,
And Red Bull is better in the corners.
I hate the Red Bull so much.
I hate the
Lotus
Red Bull.
is just horrible.
It's been quite an exciting
Cars
race.
we don't like.
I literally was just being cameraman.
I just wish this was 100% because we're already halfway through to this race, and to tell you what,
Yeah.
C Palmer's pulled a bit of a gap to you, and so C Palmer's absolutely flying on these prime tyres.
Go, C Palmer.
Is that still lane pitting?
Yeah, that is.
C Palmer's just set his PB on these
Yeah,
prime
he did.
tyres at 25.623.
What's who doing?
So lane's on primes.
He's gone on the wrong ones.
Mistake.
He's gone off the wrong.
Mistake there.
That's a massive
Goes to the
mistake.
wrong one, he's going to have to pit again.
Yeah, that's that then.
That's his race done.
That was a glitch.
Unless he's hoping for a safety car.
Well, there is. Hey, remember there is that 4% chance of rain, eh?
Oh yeah.
Race in any sort of way, even if it comes on the last lap, they won't hit.
To be fair, it's not that bright.
No, it's been like this all race, and in qualifying actually.
I got a new TV, that's why.
No.
Yes, I do. I forgot.
24.9. 24.906 by Harry D.
Well,
That's
so
what was on the option tyres.
I was wrong the whole
Yeah.
time. Whoops. Go on, read the time. Time on the thing.
What, the fastest lap?
Yeah. I had it wrong from the start. Tra-la-la-la-la.
What was it, Michael? Fastest lap?
24.906. Yeah, 24.906. Check that as well. I don't think Harry's going to get quicker than that. His righteous tag now pit. The problem with him is that he's got the broken next place, so...
His race is... I'm gonna bot with Selene, you know, see if he's gonna pit.
I don't think a pit yet. We're gonna wait it out now.
That we picked in the very last lap.
He's gonna have to wait. I'm gonna have to deal with it.
But he's in 7th because Righteous Tag is going out in 8th from it, yeah.
Yeah.
I say, Michael, you'll have to commentate on the action at the moment because I'm doing my corner code duties and I'm on. I'm not on board with someone who's on a battle. I think actually looking at it, there's only a battle going on for P3 potentially.
Yeah, it's Palmer and Ewan, so Ewan having been passed by Palmer. That's what I did there.
Yeah, I see it.
Passed by Palmer. Is trying to fight back up the sea. Give up in this position easily, going for a Scary. So, relatively clean through there, very, very nicely. Now coming down this block to Parabolica. Out the DRS, they're both in the same boat here. Quite far back, but you can see from the DRS of how much speed you can get. How that Red Bull is set up and straight line to them 30 miles an hour at the end. They're breaking down and Palmer's got it covered at the moment. Newman's that close, speed 5 quite far away, and this is a battle on the track at the moment. Close enough. Down into I was going to say Ferrero Rocher chicane.
I wonder how many people have actually said that.
I'm just going to keep on calling it chicane 2 because...
What, can you not pronounce Della Rocha chicane?
Della Rocha. No, I can't.
To myself, how am I going to remember it for tomorrow? Ferrero Rocher, because it sounds...
I'll say about that. There's a battle for P7 out up here. Selene coming up for a bit of pressure from Righteous Tag. This is the what will be 6th championship fight.
Right, so options. Of course, whether Selene has to hit again, that's some ways. Well, right, just kind of the middle part of the Scary quite a bit there.
But he is on those option tyres, he will have better grip, he's going to have the DRS as they come out of the parabolic. I've gone the wrong way. As he come out of the parabolic to the main straight. Will he make a move though, is going to be the question. Let's see what lap time Righteous Tag's going to do. This should be a very low 25 by the looks of it. The 24.9 actually, so a good lap there from Right, nearly beating the fastest lap, but not quite. DRS open though, 200 and still got 233 miles an hour from Righteous Tag and gets the car stopped beautifully. Good move, Righteous Tag, he's into 7th. 233 miles an hour, and that's the Mercedes as well.
Basically, Righteous's plan is see how many cars you can pick off. Limitless.
But he'll have to pit again.
Yeah, the nearest point for him is B-Demon, who is on P5, just trying to link along with his own pace. Battle for P3 rages on between Ewan and Palmer. One first half of Scary. He's desperately trying hard to get back. Russo is at the back. I think they're fighting over the last point.
Yep.
But still going to have DRS in this battle. I don't think he is. He does. Way too far back to try anything. Just keeping it under control. Got a bit of dust into Ewan's face, so there you go.
Just a little, yeah, just to say to him, ha ha.
Quite a few people do that.
Wedge.
Yeah.
Oh,
might want
you
to
went
change
to Mike, you
change.
went to
Might
right.
want to change the fastest lap to Maldi now at a 24.543. A tenth quicker than Righteous.
Made the mistake of the yellow Russia chicane. Got it right this time. Yeah. Got it too much on the curbs on the second part of it, and it flicked and whined into the gravels. Now put him under threat from his teammate Speed Demon, and relieved some pressure off Palmer. So the front three relatively spaced out.
Steve Palmer's actually had a very good middle
Nice.
stint here, actually. He's flying on these prime tyres. As you mentioned, yeah, there is this McLaren inter-team battle now as they come out of the Parabolica now. And to start lap 20, only 8 more laps to go, and it's starting to hot up here with this McLaren inter-team battle. Saying that the lap speeding with a 1:27 on that lap. Not really on the pace compared to your C Palmer.
Oh, Righteous tag as a leg spike. Oh god.
He's finally had it, yeah, I can see that. At least it's
Still
on the
going
pit
back.
straight.
Still going back.
Stopped it now.
Ouch.
So that's
Ouch.
him. Well, he's still 7th, but he technically lost the place thing
He
gained
lost
one.
the play to Sir Lane, and I saw how much that cost him. He basically did a 1:33 on that lap.
I think he's lost 10 seconds. That's pretty much his lag spike.
I think that was okay. Him about, so...
Liverless HD, who's made his second pit stop, has come out on primes again.
And Maldi's just pitted again for some more options. I think. Coming out of the pit
he
lane.
has.
Don't know why.
Whether they've got the call for rain.
Probably not. As Dizzy Keepers just sent me a message simply saying, banter.
And,
Well, do you know what is banter? It's now nearly 9 o'clock, and we're going to be done very early. It is a very quick track.
I'll do it
The
1:24.
question is, right, I'm going to have a look here. Who is quicker out of Harry and Leroy at the moment? Harry's lapping very consistently. He's lapped low 26s every single lap, bar
Speed
one,
Demon
that was
pits.
27 flat. He is so consistent.
Speed Demon doing.
Leroy,
C Palmer and Speed Demon pit.
Leroy's actually consistently lapping quicker. He's gaining on Harry. By about
3
half
cars
a
in
second a
pit.
lap.
So lane pits as well.
Really nearly needed to, didn't he?
Yeah, but he pitted and he was pitted with Speed Demon and C Palmer.
So, did Leroy just lose it there? Did Leroy just lose it? He did! Leroy's lost it at the De La Rocha chicane. He's gone into the gravel and he's lost about 4 seconds. Maybe even more. I think the curve just spat him out a little bit, and he was, I said he was gaining, and all the time he has gained, he's now lost.
Battle for P5 and 6. Palmer's just
Yep.
come out of the pit.
Right, Fat Penguin.
Yeah, Fat Penguin who's...
He's gone a bit. He's gone deep.
Yeah,
It's Fat Penguin. I can't do it. I can't do it.
the traction coming out the De La Rocha chicane, now going into the first left.
Oh.
Tell you what, it just sounds like either a big echo coming from you, or it's just it's like something croaking.
Palmer, one, got the fresh tyres. Wait for your moment.
My apologies, Wes.
Oh, I've nearly
I am
lost it.
sorry.
I take your apology.
Oh, Mally's gone.
Well, that may have been
That's a rage, I reckon.
that a rage or a lag out.
Well, he lagged out last week, but
Oh, sorry about that, guys.
I reckon considering
That wasn't lag. That was me hitting a wire on my recorder. Sorry about that.
Back Penguin's tyres, they're not their best, and Palmer's now all over the back of him. Oh. That Penguin, he went too much on the inside and slowed him down a bit. Here we go. DOS on the outside, he's going to get it.
He's got. He's not stopped it. He's not stopped it.
Goes straight across.
He's gonna get it
Get
back.
that position back. Which
He is. He is. He is.
does so. That Penguin holds on for now. Holds on to P5 this is.
do you know what I have just realised, guys?
No.
What?
If you look at where Righteous Tag is, he's in 4th place at the moment, right? He won't need to pit again. But if you think about it, right, if he didn't have that incident with Fat Penguin, nor that 10-second lag spike, he'd be battling for 2nd.
Maybe.
No, I don't think he'll be battling for second.
I don't know that.
I think he'll be about 3 seconds off second.
DRS in the back of Fat Penguin. It's going to be a brave move down to Ascari.
Side by side.
He's
done that.
Oh, he cut the corner though. He cut the corner at the beginning of Ascari and he's quite late now.
It might be a screenshot one.
Yeah. Debatable, but my first thought was first hit.
Nutters is on the chat. Hi Nutters.
Note it down.
Yes it is Nutters. Nutters is F4, I can't speak. Oh god. Oh, my brother's online in the other room.
Yeah, that's good, isn't it?
That's good whole connection. That's
good
right, it's
goodbye,
fine. That's the key. Nah, it's fine.
Right just had 23.8.
Well, fuck's sake.
They keep on doing
It's a 50% race, Wes. It's going to happen more often.
What was it for 23.8 what?
3.894. Be the fastest lap.
Well, 3D's just come out of the parabolic and now he has, well, 5 laps to go now, including the one he's just about to start, before actually not bottling it this time around and hopefully taking another win this year. I've jinxed it now, haven't I?
You're an
jinxed
idiot.
it. You jinxed it.
You're already an idiot.
He's back and he hasn't won the race. He's going to blame you.
Probably.
Probably blame me because I said he was going to win.
Right. I'm going to stick
Bobbits, how's the race been? I can't speak, so you say how it's been.
But how's the race been? Well, it's been an entertaining race. We've had some good overtakes. We've had some good clean battles actually. We've had a couple of incidents actually. To be fair, you know, the Force India pairing I think was one of them, and then we had Fat Penguin and Righteous Tag early on in this race, which cost Righteous Tag an end place. But you know, besides it's been a good race. It's been good to watch. I mean, we've got Harry D leading. We've got Leroy who started at the back again, and he's up in P2 at the moment. We've got is it Ewan in 3rd place, I believe, with Righteous in 4th. So you know, it's a mix. You know, we've got a lot of different strategies going on. I think the front 4 are on a 1-stopper compared to the rest of the field, which are on 2, which just shows that, you know, Wes and I that were correct.
Yeah, we were.
1-stopper on a 50% is the better strategy.
Speed Demon, battle for P6. Speed Demon's on a much fresher tyres. He's going to be on the inside. No.
Oh.
Give him a lot of speed. Give him back.
Did I? I'm sorry. No, I don't think so.
Well, I've now done my corner curtain duties, so let's get back. Well, see Palmer actually is trying to close down Righteous Tag. That could be a battle for 4th actually. Excuse me, sorry.
4th, yeah. I'm the one that can't speak.
Come the end. Oh, Speedy Man had a little bit of a ghosting or just a bit of a lag moment, but Fat Penguin is all over the back of him. Now this is Options versus Primes, and Fat Penguin is still all over the back of him, right out of the Parabolica. And well, he's going to have to do that. This should be an easy move.
No matter what the tyres are.
Easy move. Got the racing line. Speed Demon can't do anything about it.
No, he might get hit though.
Brakes. Oh, yeah, it's okay.
No matter what the tyres are, whether the compound is, what conditions are, the slipstream is a weapon of weapons. Play back. Have to get it through the corner.
Oh, but Penguin sliding.
Sliding all over the place.
I think that's first gear rather than sliding actually.
Mario Kart in other words.
Yes.
Didn't gain time from it though, did he?
No, he loses it.
It doesn't, it just looks wild.
He actually loses time. He doesn't get the turn in for the second part of the De La Rocha chicane, but nonetheless, DRS open from Speed Demon. Down his back straight into the Ascari chicane. He's going to stay behind, I think. He's going to want the DRS out of the...
Let's cut that.
Completely cutting Ascari. Do you know what? That reminds me of what I did last season.
He's weaving it off.
I want a one-off lap.
He's weaving it.
Palmer's on the back of Righteous for P4.
We're on the penultimate lap.
Had an absolute horrible exit parabolic. Palmer's going to be passing him.
Righteous defends the middle of the circuit. Here comes C Palmer to the racing line. Can Righteous tag out break him? He's going to try to on the inside. C Palmer on the outside.
He's done now.
Oh. I think Righteous should have backed off and the move was done by C Palmer. And I think he couldn't really turn any more than he could. So I think that's fair enough, I think. C Palmer had the move done. He's into fourth.
He turned the second part into a hairpin for crying out loud.
Yeah. Fat Penguin actually managed to fend off Speed Demon.
True.
Down pit straight though, into the De La Rocha chicane, and he's going to remain ahead. Once again, Speed Demon! Speed Demon trying to get a look through, but no, he decides to think better of it.
Yeah, I think he cut the first and second passes. Realised that.
Nutters says, oh no, I can't say it.
Harry D out of the Parabolica starts his final lap. He's comfortable out in front over Leroy and Ewan, who are second and third, and I think fourth and fifth is going to be settled. But Speed Demon on the inside to Ascari on the Fat Penguin. He's got it done. Good move. But the problem is now Fat Penguin's going to have the DRS down out of Parabolica and in towards the Rectifilio chicane.
It's true.
The battle's going to go on to the final lap here.
Nutters, I can't say
on board with Fat Penguin. Fat Penguin has had a very good final corner. Out of the Parabolica, down the pit straight, DRS off, and Speed Demon's trying to defend. It's not going to work. Fat Penguin sails through. And can he get it stopped into the Retifilio chicane? Yes, he can. And Speed Demon, well, cuts it out of sympathy, really, to try and get a better run. But didn't work out.
They're still hanging on to PA in front of Sterling, but the battle is that Harry D's got one more corner to go.
Was there rain? Was there a raindrops there?
No, there's no rain.
Not at all. Not at all.
James has gone wide at De La Rocha chicane, and Sterling's going to come on the inside of first Lesmo.
Hardy's come out of the Parabolica. He's onto the pit straight now. He's celebrating. He takes a win here at Monza. Fantastic for him. Leroy's going to come home a very valiant second, but Speed Demon is still looking on the inside into Ascari for what is going to be sick play. Oh, contact! Bit of contact. Oh, wow.
Lane past J. Pierce.
Ewan takes third place, and well, there's still that battle going on for what is it going to be? It's for P8 and 9, and because it's Lane versus J. Pierce. So C Palmer comes through to finish fourth. Righteous tag is fifth. J. Pierce is going to have a look. Oh, so Lane's had the better run, and J. Pierce I think has just lost it completely. So that's going to remain as it is in 8th and 9th, and then it's going to be Limitless HD bringing up the rear of the field in 10th place, as Harry D has interestingly just sent me a message. Going to be happy about that result. He didn't qualify first this time, and he wins it this time around. He told me he wouldn't qualify on pole. Very funny. He's just sent me a message saying Mike's broke, can't speak, wink face, fuck off.
I think driver of the day for me is Leroy. Starting P10, finishing second. Not bad job indeed.
Could have been better, I think, but I'm going to give it to Harry. I'm giving it to Harry. I only say it could be better because that one. I'm just saying because that one mistake cost him about 5 seconds.
Bobbert, so you on the stream?
What?
Can you see this chat box?
No.
You're not helpful at all.
Why?
I'm trying to speak, but it's not working. So Nutters said that Kerr's made the moves more interesting. There you go.
So what made the what not interesting?
Kerr's made the moves more interesting. If you make me repeat it again, I'm gonna kick the heck out of you.
I think
Kerr's.
I think Kerr's in the 80 horsepower.
Yes.
Oh.
The days.
Oh my God.
It's so not.
I don't know why you said that, Bob. It's a good result from 10th to 2nd. So
I know it is a good result. I'm not taking that away from him. I'm just saying that.
No, he is.
My driver of the day is. Harry, put your mic in. I know it's working. Stop being an absolute bitch.
Can you
there we go.
Can you tell him I picked him to win?
Right, well, we have the top 3 in here with us now. Harry, well, it just proves that if you don't start on pole, you win races. And you've proved here tonight, starting third on the grid, getting to the lead pretty early on, and it was pretty comfortable when Maldi actually lost his wing out of the Ascari complex after the first pit stop, and you were cruising. Just tell us how your easy wing went.
Well, it wasn't as easy as you thought. I was going to stop and then changed my mind.
Ooh.
So, if I had to stop, then Leo would have won, but I did change my mind.
Well, it's a good decision that you changed your mind in there, because it has got you the win tonight. I mean, it looked like at one point Leroy was gaining up on you, actually, about half a second on lap, and then he made a mistake at the De La Rocha chicane. He went to the gravel, lost about 5 seconds, and then obviously that just meant you could just, slow down a little bit, just not make the mistakes. And obviously you took another win for you this season. Obviously we have come with that is, we do have a break now until we come back to Singapore in 2 weeks' time. Obviously we've gone for a high-speed, flat-out circuit to a street circuit, which is very tight and narrow. Do you expect maybe a similar performance though?
Well, apparently Singapore's a wheel track, so we'll see.
Really?
Oh,
That's what I'm told, yeah.
we're not going through this again.
It doesn't matter. But anyways, Harry, congrats.
Just as quick as wheel people.
Anyways, Harry, congratulations on your win and 25 points. So very well done. Leroy, over to you. Once again, not qualifying, and well, you did look like you were going to set qualify, then you decided not to, as you usually do. But coming from 10th to finish second, again, it shows that you have the race pace, and you had a really good race. Clean overtakes, missing out on the the incidents, and I mean, I know you did have that one mistake that may have cost you any chance of winning tonight, but still, second place and another 18 points is a more than a valiant effort.
I'll take it. I enjoyed it though, it was a good race. Like you said, if I never spun it, if I never stuck it in the gravel, I might have a chance. I had a lag spike as well near the end, which shafted me even more, so.
Well, as you said, you said you'll take those 18 points. It sets you well for the championship, actually. I think it means that you extend your lead at the top ever so slightly, and obviously going into the break now, you are the championship leader before we return to Singapore. But does it not?
It means he lost 7 points, dipshit.
Well, I thought Harry was third. I couldn't remember.
Harry's second.
Oh, I thought he was third. My apologies.
But
Leroy, second. When we come back off the break, do you think you can see yourself maybe as being, the F4 division champion come the end of the season?
No.
Oh, come on.
In all honesty, come on. Do you think you've got a good chance?
I think it's going to happen, I think I'm going to get shafted at some point. Well, sitting at the back's just going to cost me, so. It's just a matter of time till it goes tits up.
There's a simple solution to that.
Qualify.
Qualify, yeah. Well, very well done right away. You're second place. And Ewan, let's go over to you. Pole position, on what was a very good pole position on a 123.5, but you had a shocking first lap, if I do say so myself. But you seem to bring it back well, and that one stopper, has got you that podium here tonight. So third place and 15 points. Do you think you'll take that, considering how much of a bad start you had?
Yeah, I didn't really get the best of starts. I locked up into turn 4, trying to avoid Harry, and ended up about 7 places back where I wanted to be.
Yeah, I think you ended up, it was 6 behind your teammate by the end of the first lap. But you did make some moves. You got yourself back up into contention for the podium at least. And as I said, that one stopper, meant that you had a bit of a gap to those behind you, and you could just, settle yourself down and just keep it consistent, which you managed to do. And another podium for you this season. But the question still remains: do you think that first win this season is ever going to come?
I hope so, but I guess when I done that one stop, I was actually intending to do 2 stops, but I did change my mind, like Harry, and ended up doing 1 stop and helped me get a podium.
No, very well done to you in the end, then you on your 15 points. So that has been the F4 division tonight, guys. Well done on Harry on picking up another win this season. Leroy on once again, Mr. Consistent on the podium once again, and Ewan taking third place. Tomorrow night we do have the double header of F5 and T6 for the final divisions race here in Monza before we have a 2-week break before we return once again. I think it's going to be the 1st of March, I think we return once everyone has finished tomorrow night. But thank you for joining us tonight. Care to join us again tomorrow night, and we will see you again.